Hello Internet people, Corrupt Reverend here, and today I am playing Empyrion. This might be an ongoing sort of series thingy. I don't know. We'll see how my motivation hangs in there, and I don't know if people even want to watch it. I guess I will start by saying why I'm doing this. I've been playing a lot of this game lately. It's sort of my unwind activity. And also I've been enjoying watching videos from folks like Jeff Randall and such, who get into, like, I don't know, his build videos, where he kind of talks about design philosophy and methods and things like that, and I really enjoy that. And I feel like there's not enough of that on the YouTubes for this game. So I'm making some of my own, I guess, which doesn't really help with giving me things to watch, but it makes sense in my head. Don't overthink it. Alright, so where do I start? Man, I'm not great at this whole video thing, so bear with me. Also, just to front load some things, yeah, the audio is probably a little bit weird right now. I'm using an old condenser mic that I have, and it's right next to my keyboard, so I apologize for the clackety clack. And also, if there's a drone in the background, it is my space heater, because I am not built for winter. So I'm frozen, and I'm trying to not freeze to death. If I end up doing more of these videos, I'll get a new headset. I think I threw away my old one because the mic was funky anyway, so, whatever. Okay, so I guess I'll just start by showing what I've been working on. If you're watching this video, I suspect you're probably from the Reddit, the Empyrion subreddit, because I think that's probably where I'll post it. And if you are, you might have seen my posts on this guy. Oh, a little laptop fan kicked on. Might have some frame drops here. This is a large creation, and I'm running on a kind of cheap pseudo gaming laptop, so we'll see how it does. This is X-1 Torus. I've made a few posts, sort of like teasers, always followed by, or ended with, I should have this posted this weekend, guys, for reals this time. But obviously it has not been posted yet, and that's my phone's alarm. Can you hear that? That's annoying. One sec. Alright. I probably should just edit that out, but editing is work, and I'm very low effort, so where was I? Oh yeah, I keep saying I'm going to release this like the weekend of the post of whatever it is I'm showing. It has not happened yet because I keep getting sidetracked. Well, sort of sidetracked. I keep getting obsessed with adding some other little farkle or fiddly bit to this thing, and it's just an ever evolving process. But I think I actually am, for realsy, almost done with this. So structurally and functionally it's finished. All the texture work is done, and the only thing left that I seem to be obsessing about now is LCDs, which surprised me because I've never done LCDs in any of my builds. It's something that I've always wanted to do because I feel like they really add a lot to the finished product, as it were, but they are a pain in the butt, let me tell you. They use, well, we'll get into that in a second, but we'll just do a quick little run through of this thing. Back there was kind of the production area. Also, I'm trying real hard to do smooth mouse movements. When I'm playing, I'm real herky-jerky, and I realize that is difficult to watch and possibly nauseating, so I'm trying not to do that, but I make no promises. This is kind of the production area of this CV. It's got a couple advanced constructors, a bank of basic constructors, and a fake bomb production assembly line. Because why not? It's Empyrion. Yeah. So that is that. This is sort of the HV landing bay to be able to, you know, transport your HVs. I guess you could put some small SVs in there too, if you like. I don't know why that didn't open. Oh, God mode problems. Okay. We go up in here, and I think this is going to take us, yeah, this takes us to the warp core room. I'm just going to God mode up here. Yeah, the warp core in here. Offline protection, which really I'm just kind of using as a deco block. I don't play PvP. But if somebody wants to download and build this thing on a PvP server, there you go. I did have a gravity generator there. Again, mostly for the aesthetic of it. I wanted something spinny. And there are not a lot of spinny options, but I had to get rid of the gravity because this thing already requires 2 gravity generators, and the third one just made it impossible to move around. It's this build is where I learned that gravity stacks with gravity generators, so you can get yourself in a spot of bother real quick. Which actually gave me the idea of building some sort of a POI with like gravity traps. I don't know if that's possible. It's something I want to investigate later. We have sort of engineering. You got advanced generator, a spot for another one. Originally I had one here, but it's not needed as the ship sits. So I just kind of put in a placeholder to be able to add one in later. Shield, CPU thingies. This does use a full suite of the stock CPU blocks plus 2, is it just 2 now? No, apparently it is just 2 auxiliary cores, which, not the greatest for a blueprint, I realize, but this is kind of configured more or less how I'm going to spawn it into our server to play with, so I have it how I want it, more or less. The turrets I'm probably going to change around, but everything else. It's got an advanced shield, advanced warp, and up here we've got crew quarters. These are all the sort of crew rooms. We've got, what was that, 4 there. Go down. Got a sort of kitchenette area, and then your bathroom and shower right there. In here, we've got a non-functioning switch. I need to fix that. So there's another thing to delay the release of this. I need to do all the signal logic, but the main core is inside here. The blast doors will sort of deploy when you go into battle mode. Then through here we've got some more crew quarters up top. You know, these are the sort of grunt quarters, I suppose. You don't have individual rooms, just a couple bunks. And then little bathroom over there. Alright, and then what's over here? Oh, another bathroom. Okay. Then we've got med bay here, which there's more. Oh, I missed a texture. Yes. Dang. Okay. There's more to this med bay, which I'll show in a sec here. It's got all of the medical thingies. Got your bathroom, got your shower, couple of beds, cryo chambers, and oxygen. Okay. Where are we? Alright. Go up here, down there we'll go in a sec. Up here we have sort of like a lounge area, teleporter, food production stuff. This is just access to a couple of thrusters. Yeah, this is sort of like a tin forward type affair. And then in here we have the champagne room. I guess, I don't know, or captain's quarters. Originally I did this as the captain's quarters, but I don't know that the captain would want to live in the lounge. Well, I would if I was captain, but I don't know. It doesn't seem very captainly. Okay. And that door is access to the other thruster over there. Go down. I've finally gotten to where I can remember how to get places, more or less. There we go. This is sort of the main hangar bay here. A whole lot of deco and nonsense all over. This is the imaginary exhaust ports for the generators, which I kind of dig because I spent way too much time making sure those tubes lined up with this. It makes me happy. There we go. Alright, so now this elevator is going to take us up. That was my first attempt at reworking somebody else's LCD. We've got the bridge up here, and this is what's taking so long. These are all going to be LCDs, as you can see. And originally I was going to just use other people's LCDs, which I've got up here right now, which I'm still probably going to do mostly, because it's a lot of LCDs to make, and they are time consuming, for me at least. So right now I think these are mostly Sluicicors. I think that's how you say their name. Anyway, that person's, and yeah, it's a bit daunting. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so 16 total that I'd like to have on here. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. And then up here, this is my first like from scratch LCD. We'll get into that momentarily. And this comes up, and we've got the upper landing pad. So that is that. Sort of the main thing that I wanted to do with this build was have dual landing function, because I hadn't seen it really done. I saw somebody's creation. They said it could land vertically, but they didn't have any like landing pads or anything, so I wanted to try. It's a little fiddly flying it like this, and I found just kind of slamming it into the ground helps get it flat. And I'll do one more. Okay. we go. Now, this is an important little message here. I'm up in the main bridge, and it was something that I hadn't considered, because it never occurred to me that somebody would try to land vertically up here. But one of my friends that I play with tried this and quickly learned, let me get out of God mode, that it's a bit of a problem. That fall is enough to break your legs, and then let's see here, you're kind of stuck. If you go, if you go down here, you get stuck in here. You can kind of get out by going sideways and then skirting this wall and jetpack up, and then you got a long fall to your death. So if you decide to download this blueprint and build it, don't land vertically when you're in the main bridge. But hey, I added an LCD to warn you of that, so your own fault. I call it a monkey trap or a Darwin test. So the way that you're supposed to do it is there is a secondary cockpit right here. This allows landing and taking off when it's vertical. You have some passenger seats here too. The whole idea behind this is to be able to land a very large ship in a smaller space. And this is a pretty large ship. It is size class 24, 226 meters in length, and 86 by 86 height and depth, or width, I suppose. So landing something that large flat is difficult sometimes. And when you're able to land it vertically, it makes it a little bit easier. So I mentioned earlier the med bay had a sort of trick in it. And this is what that is. You're able to... Whoop, I went too high. Oh, where am I going? Let's see here. Is this it? Yeah, there we go. The reason that that's sideways is all of the medical stuff is accessible when the ship is landed in this manner. So you got that thingy, you got that, and these ladders let you get back up. You can access that guy. You can access all of them. So if you land on a planet vertically and hurt yourself, you can get to everything you need, and you can even jetpack up to the bathroom. You can't get to the shower, unfortunately. I could have made it accessible, but I didn't want to bother with it. And originally, I was going to try and make everything accessible, but the design restrictions on that concept were just not something I wanted to mess with. This was mostly a sort of proof of concept. Oh, I put an oxygen station there too. Neat. So I'll probably do another vertical landable ship in the future and try and make it all accessible. One thing I do like about this is the takeoff scene is really cool. That tickles me. There we go. So that is what I have been working on. Are we lined up? Yeah. Well, working on LCDs for. Oh, I went quite a ways up. Also, another aspect of this ship is since it's got 4 extra large thrusters in the back and you're able to land on your butt, you can actually deal with some fairly high gravity. It's a little bit sketchy landing like that onto a high G planet, but it's doable. Oh, not what I wanted to do. There we go. Okay. So what I've been working on LCD-wise is, right now actually I'm working on a sort of silhouette of the ship. that will have labels to show where everything is. These things are so time consuming and I hate them. If you've never messed with LCDs, just don't bother. No. If you never mess with them, this is sort of the gobbledygook that goes into making that thing to the left. And I'm sure this could be done better and more cleanly. I'm just kind of muddling my way through. But it took me quite a while to figure out how you go about doing all this. And it's a real pain. It uses rich text format, which I was somewhat familiar with. A lot of people are familiar with the type of syntax it uses. You know, you have your tags and then your close and that. And it's basically you're just modifying symbols and text with these little tags or arguments or whatever you want to call them. It's sort of like ASCII art, but a little more powerful is not the right word, but flexible. And then you also have sprites, and I haven't messed with these really much, but they are a thing. The biggest, well, there's a couple issues that I have with the LCDs. First, this in-game editor here is just hot garbage. The text wrap is all weird. You can see, like, down here, the cursor doesn't line up. Like, once you get to a certain amount of text, you get weird things going on where it's really difficult to try and select or, like, put your cursor. Like, that looks like it's between the S and the I, but if I type, it's one line down. And the way the text wraps, it makes things really hard. Then another aspect is there seems to be some sort of character limit or something going on. I don't know if it's just line length limit or what, but when you get to a certain point, it kind of garbles everything in a random spot, it seems. So to give you an idea, these LCDs that I have up here, the top ones that show the little system status, these were originally, I think these were Sluicicores or maybe Crazy Z's. One of the well-known and or popular Empyrion builders made these. But the way they made them is like this. Terminal, and you have this gradient here. It looks fantastic, but it uses a lot of code, I guess, to make that work. You can see down here, for each one of those triangles, to get that gradient effect, you have to have a color tag for every single triangle. So all of, oh, damn it. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Anyway, this section here, that's just that blue gradient. Which is fine, but I found when I tried to add things inside of the center section, it would just garble the bottom of the frame. And the only reason I could find for that was some sort of character limit. So what I did is I just sort of dumbed it down. Where's a blank one? I don't have a blank one. We can look in this one. Oh, wrong one. You can see here, I got rid of all that color tagging, and it cuts down on the characters that you have to use to make this, and that allowed me to put things up in that top section. I had a workaround using this by having a second LCD projector just for putting the text in the middle there, but in this use case that would add a lot of projectors, so I didn't want to do that. So I simplified it and it works, but that's what got me into actually doing these myself. because after having to look up all the different, let's make this light, one sec. There we go. After looking up all the rich text tags or code or whatever, I was like, okay, I guess I can do this. But that's the Torus, and the reason that it is not posted yet. Hopefully, and I've said this so many times already, hopefully it'll be posted in the next few days. The main hurdle right now is getting this map LCD finished, which shouldn't take too much longer. Also, and a slight annoyance in making this, I realized the top of the ship kind of looks like a animal head, which I hadn't noticed before. Obviously this isn't to scale, but anyway, that's that. Hopefully it'll be posted soon, and I'll put the blueprint up on Reddit and maybe on the Steam forum community thingy. I've never posted in there, but I noticed the other day that people seem to do that. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing. But that's not the point of this video, or these videos if I continue doing them. It's going to be about building. So, let's just get into that. So, when I'm building something in Empyrion, I usually have a few things going at the same time, because I'll get burnt out on something like that, and I'll want to work on something else, or I will have an idea while building something and I want to try it out and it becomes its own thing, or etc., etc. So my side project for that has been this thing. This was originally created to fill the need of having something with a lot of lift to be able to get us down to and off of high gravity planets, while also bringing a few toys to deal with the high gravity planets. And it just kind of ballooned from there. My builds tend to kind of get away from me, but I enjoy doing it, so no problem. Yeah, where to start with this? The sort of design language for this thing I'm going for is kind of a cobbled together from pieces and bits and articulated and functional looking ish sort of thing. I'm a big fan of having things that look like they move, even though obviously they can't in this game. That would be fantastic if they could, but low priority. Alien, don't work on that right now. Work on other things. Walking on ships. I missed some textures there. So one thing that I suppose I'll just dive into the way that I do things, and we'll go from there. Texturing I usually save for last, except for, well, when I'm talking on a video and not really doing anything, apparently. Now, I will texture chunks like this just to give me a better idea of what's going on, because all of this stuff untextured, I lose track of what I'm going for. So I'll usually texture these sorts of things up, and then like when I hit a wall and I'm trying to think of what else to do, I'll throw up some texture on an area and while I'm thinking. Generally, texturing is my least favorite part of this game. I'm not very good at it, and it's so tedious. So it's the bulk of it usually is saved for the last, and then it's just a slog to get through it. Let's see here. On this guy, I'm going for a sort of double-decker as far as the interior base space, which I think I've got figured out. We've got the sort of HV ingress and egress here. A sort of docking area. Things are a little bit weird right now because I moved stuff around. I needed more, so I had to copy paste those guys out. So usually there's a ramp here, which I'll pop in just real quick to show you my solution for this double-decker idea. There we go. Oh, I already had some ramps. Let's put that there. What size was this? It was a 5 by something. I think it was this guy, maybe? Oh, placing ramps is never fun. Let's see here. Okay. Needs to be upside down. Can I do it like this? Is shield on? Shield's not on. Come on. Ugh. This is always fun. With these big ramps, the hangar doors are like this too. Or is this the wrong size ramp? No, it's not. They're a pain to get in. Come on, go in there. You know you wanna. Oh, I thought I had it there for a second. Maybe not. Okay, the issue seems to be, what if I go down here? Will it work like this? Okay, I'll just shift it up. No. Huh. Oh, it's too far back. So if I go forward a bit. No, maybe that is the wrong size. It's not that one. I'm almost certain it was the, yeah, because 3 plus 2, that's 5. Let's get rid of this. Can I make it easier? Ah! There we go. Okay. So, let's throw down some blocks here. Ah. Another thing I'm trying to be cognizant of in this build is block orientation to make texturing less painful later. It's not always possible to orient them correctly because of shapes and game designers hating us, but I try and keep them lined up. So, to get up to the top floor, there will be a switch in the P menu that does all this for you. And the upside down ramp with the normal ramp lets them kind of overlap, and you can drive an HV up this. I'm going to have to widen this, which is part of the reason why I had to lengthen the ship, is it's getting bigger than I anticipated, because the main HV that I use doesn't fit up this ramp. But that's what I'm going for. And if you're wondering, the reason I used multiple ramps up here instead of just using one of these guys, these are only 1 block thick, whereas this one is 2, and I didn't want to lose too much head space up here. So what I'll probably do is, I'm not sure what I'll do, because this is going to need to be wider as well. I might just have more of these shutter doors to just widen the opening, but leave the ramp the same size. Yeah, I think that's what I'll probably do, because this ramp, most HVs will be able to get up it, insofar as like being able to hover on it. The issue is just hitting the sides and this bar thing with... Where did I leave that thing? Another creation that I think I said I would post, but still haven't. I'll throw this up tonight, because it is finished. This is our current sort of battle HvHelix. It's a wide boy, and it doesn't fit up there, so we'll get that sorted out. Pretty standard stuff. Drone hatch, clone chamber, Healy, that junk. You got some storage, you got some ammo, you got a pilot chair, everything but a large Coke. There we go. I always suck at like classifying like mid-game, late game, what tier the vessels are. I'd call this mid-game, I guess, but I've also taken it up against quite a few level 10 POIs, and it handles them. It doesn't like destroy them or anything. It's not easy, but I rarely have to worry about getting my ass handed to me. So it does pretty well. Maybe it's later game, but it's also, it doesn't require any auxiliary CPUs. So I think, I don't know, make of it what you will. That's our HV. When I say our, my friends and I play on a private server, and that's where all this stuff gets used. So I'm not throwing out a royal we here. There are other people. I know people, okay? I have friends. Shut up, Mom. Let's see here. Last night, actually, this is my second go at making this video. Last night I tried doing it, and I was using these little Bluetooth headset earbud things to try and cut down on the clackety-clack and such. And then after doing like 2 hours of video, I found that it sounded awful, so I'm redoing it. But last night, also I forgot to turn off Discord. My buddy came on and dropped a bunch of F-bombs and stuff. I'm going to try and keep this kind of PG. I don't make any guarantees because sometimes things happen, but I'm not going to be swearing like a sailor. But my friend does swear like a sailor, and he popped on Discord, and yeah. I'll have to be cognizant of that in the future. Spencer, your butthead. So, what was I talking about? Oh, last night. Last night I worked on this guy. This wasn't originally in the plan, but yeah, so this is also going to be a mining and salvage CV. This came about because I built out this section. I think I did this last night, this little outcropping bit, and I had this cylinder going across, and I wanted to do something with it, and then this happened. So that's the reason why it can now mine and salvage, I guess. And that's really kind of my build process on most things. Sometimes I'll have like a general idea like this. I had the general idea of wanting something that can handle higher gravity. That I wanted something that can land on its butt. But as far as like what it actually ends up looking like, it's to risk sounding all hippy-dippy, it's kind of organic. Just one block at a time. Let's see where this takes us. So that's where I got last night. Man, these things can add a lot to a build, but they're difficult to incorporate because only one side has a sort of foundation. The other side you kind of gotta hide. Because they're tanks, but they look functional as some sort of like hydraulic cylinder, and that's usually what I use them for. So I always got to try and bury that end of them. But they work. They convey the idea. And that's a lot of how my building goes, is trying to convey an idea. Like, if you look close at most creations that try and have like a functional aesthetic, if you look close, it becomes obvious that, oh no, this wouldn't work, or no, that's fake. Here's a phony. But the goal is to convey an idea. Like in this case, is an idea of utility. That's kind of what I strive for when I'm putting blocks together, is to tell a story. Like, this is a thing all on its own, and looking at it, my hope is that you can deduce what it is that it's supposed to do. That's what I try to do with these. Whether I'm successful or not is another discussion, but I'm successful for myself, and that's all that really matters. You can make a flying brick. If you're happy with it, that's all that matters. So I don't know where to start here. I've got this mostly. I guess I could fiddle with this drill head thingy more. I'm not quite happy with it. I wanted to sort of... See, I don't want to fully enclose it. I like this ring idea. But I also don't like how these are hanging out the back. So I think what I'll do... I'm not sure. I gotta think on this for a sec. I am also really happy with... So this is the cockpit just for mining. And the view, I think, will work really well in first person. Originally I had this up higher, and I was going to try and make it so that you looked through the center of it. That would be real neat, but I decided instead that I want to have that tool turret in the middle. So that plan kind of went out the window. I guess I could still do that if I make that a retractable. Then you'd have sort of a little viewport to look through, but at this point I'm too far along. I'm not going to undo it. Probably. I might go back and redo it. I don't know. See, this is a perfect example of having something that I might work on separately. I might copy and paste this off over here and see if I can fiddle with it some more later, after I get it roughed into how I think I want it. But having said that, let's throw some blocks down. Let's see here. We'll try... And I'm probably going to be using names for things that aren't the actual names. It's just how I make sense to myself with these. Like, the game names for a lot of these pieces don't make sense to me. Like, ramp connector B. Of course, ramp connector C. Corner half B. This is a truncated pointy bit. Like, this is a truncated squatty pyramid. I like my names better. So, let's see here. Is that adding too much weight to this? Maybe. Maybe. Let's play with it. I'll do something like that. You'll probably hear me say things like weight and whatnot as if it's supposed to make sense. Again, this is just the language I use in my head to make, oops, let's undo that, to make sense of what I'm doing. What I mean by weight is not like physical, like kilogram weight, but aesthetic weight. Like if I were to do some, gosh dang it, why is that doing that? Like My cursor is not pointed at that, it's pointed at this block. But if I... Really? Stay. Let's see. Oh, I need shift. Ah! Nope, didn't get it. Well, that's interesting. The drill laser exists behind the drill laser. Huh. That might just be a bug with my game in particular. Okay. Wait. Right. Okay. So if I were to add something like a full pointy bit and a wedge right there. See, that blends a little bit better, but it adds a... Oh, I kind of like it. God dang it. See, I like it from the side, but from the back, I also kind of like it. Uh-oh. But this is, to continue what I was talking about, it's, in my language, this is more weighty. It has... how to explain? More visual... I guess weight is actually the correct term. You know, it's more noticeable. Like you see a big chunk of something that has weight. Whereas if I were to narrow this down and use the quarter guide right there and throw a quarter wedge right there. See, that's a little less weighty to me. It would be even better actually if I could bring this down. Do I have a piece that would work for that? Does Funny Guy work? No, not really. What can I use here? So I need this shape on one side. I mean, technically, no, because that won't meet up with that. Huh. I guess this is probably really my only real option for this. I would like to be able to have this slopey down, like something like this, but full width. Or, well, something like that. Kinda. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, what would that look like right there? Would that make sense? Let's try it. That makes it too square. And I am too hip to be square. There we go. And up here I could add pointy pointy. Oh, get back there. So that's not bad. Let's get rid of that. Add this guy. Right there. Throw this up right there. And a lot of my building is just trial and error like this. It's I don't know if I like that. It does kind of keep like the roundness going forward. Actually, if I bring this out to match this, I might like it better. Then maybe I can make it look like this whole thing rotates. Maybe. let's give it a whirl. I'm not too concerned about not being able to get back to where I was. Well, you can always control Z, but also I have reference over here. And I probably should be building in symmetry. I always think about symmetry after the fact. So, that she here, do that and that, bam. And we need one of these guys. Need is a kind of heavy word. I would like one of those guys. Does that make sense? I think so. I think I like that. Let's back up a bit. See, the issue I'm having here with this weight idea that I was mentioning is it gets too big and it doesn't fit to me. Like, this doesn't seem like it should be this big. But let's build it out and see if we like it. This guy. No, not that guy. That guy. Right there. Oh, I do kind of like how that frames the turret there. I bet it'd look nice with the drills out too. Let's see here. It does look kind of cool. And see, with the drills out, the size makes more sense to me. Yeah, I think maybe this is how we're going to do this. No, I definitely wish I was building in symmetry mode. Alright, so we're going to need something like this. Not design tip, but a building tip. Reassign your rotatey to a couple of spare mouse buttons if you have them. It makes things way easier. Actually, you know what? I don't like that. I think I would prefer to have a bit of a slope going here. Leaves some exposed drill there, but I think I can make this work. So up top I did a kind of like grabby Ani affair. I think that's what I'll do here. Using this guy like that. Do I want it that chunky? Let's see. Get rid of that. I don't know. I don't know. Or I could do something with these guys. Put that there. Oh, but I don't have anything that would really work here. Oh, you know what? I kind of do. I've been using a lot of these blocks lately, and I don't know when that started, but... Oh, no, I can't use that. Okay. Well, this changes the math. So, let us do this. Okay, I'm digging it so far. Then if we grab one of these, that kind of ties that in a little bit. Actually, what if instead we did the bars, and then down here we can do this guy, thusly. This guy right there. How does that? I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Thinking maybe moving these out one and using the singles instead of the doubles, and then boxing this in. But for now, I think I'm going to leave it as is. That conveys the idea that this is like strapped into the bottom and would, like, I don't know, be removable in some way for maintenance, I guess, or something like that. Now I'm going to have to readdress this up here. And for this, I think I'm just going to do the pointy boy and call it good. Yeah, I think that's acceptable. Yeah. Okay. I think I like it. I think I like it. Not positive, but I think. Now, since I didn't build in symmetry like I should have, we're going to have to do this. Redo everything we did over there. There. Grab the pointy boy. Right there. And that was that for that. And then we've got... Oh, get out of here. What are you doing there? Did I say you could be there? No. Okay. Like that. And then right here we've got these guys. And... what did I do? Ooh, I have an idea. What if I replace that with these, and then had these going across? How does that look? I think I like it. But then this looks wrong. It's making contact there, and if the idea is that this is supposed to be able to pivot or move in some way, that doesn't jive. So it'd be nice if I could use these guys, but they're on the wrong side of the block. Like if I could have it curve out. But I can't, so I won't. I mean, I could stick with those solid quarter wedges, and I don't know why I call them quarter wedges. It's not a quarter or anything. 22.5 degree wedges, the solid ones, and then just use a single little stick block going across on the bottom. But there's a lot of articulation back here, so this is fine. Let's go with it. I like it. For now. I'll probably change it at some point. Alrighty, let's see here. We need one of these. You are very much not in the correct orientation. There we go. Now we need a pointy boy. There. What did I do up here? I didn't do anything. I did nothing. Oh, that's what I'm missing. This guy. Okay. And then up here, I need to change this. What did I do up top? I didn't do anything yet. Let us do something about that, potentially, later. Okay. Grab this guy. We're going to need to bring it up like that, and like that. And we need a pointy boy. Pointy boy! There we go. And two more. That goes there, and that goes there. There we go. We've got our little ball of laser goodness. Should I posit, do something right here? Did I do something on the other side? I did not. I could do tubies and something like this. Close that up, and then up here I could just do a little roundy boy. That looks like it might be a thing. It'll work for now. And I do a lot of ooh, I'm out of blocks. I do a lot of placeholders like that where it's not exactly what I'm looking for, but it's good enough for the time being, and then I'll go back and change it at some point usually. Ooh, or maybe I should do these guys. Do I like that better than that? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm just saying that I'm going to go back and change this stuff. There we go. Okay. I am calling the drill module thingy. Oh, almost done. Let's do something about this. What can we do about this? Now I could just put a pointy boy there and kind of leave it open. What did I do down here? I didn't do anything down here. See, this makes sense because we got this sort of tongue thing sticking out. But up here, we don't have anything like that. So I think I'm going to leave those as placeholders for now. And yeah, that'll do. Okay, so our drill head thingy is done. Next thing I want to do, I'm going to notice I have a couple of passenger seats in here. There is the tool turret, but I also want a couple of drill turrets. And the way that I am thinking of doing that is having a couple of additional arms come off of the ship. Maybe from up here, and kind of slink their way down and have the drill turrets. Do I want to do that right now? What else have I got to work on here? Did I sort that out? I didn't sort that out. I get super sidetracked in this game, as you can probably tell from my ramblings and the way that I'm doing things. So I'm always finding things like that where I started a thing and then didn't finish it. It's like a scavenger hunt against myself. Let's see here. And over here. And then over here. And right there. There we go. Those textures don't line up. Oh well. I'll deal with that later. Yeah, the asymmetry is strong on this one. Originally it was going to be completely asymmetrical, as in like no two sides mirrored each other, but after I put this in, originally I didn't have one of these over here, and these thruster units were like right here. And I didn't really like it with this, and then plus with the space issues of dealing with these ramps and such. I decided to push it out, and at that point might as well make this symmetrical, this one face. Kinda. Actually, it still won't be symmetrical because I'm not going to have that back there. But there will be an element of symmetry-ish. Let's see. I guess I could build this out on that side. Actually, you know, I don't think I'm going to match this stuff over here. I think I'm just going to do something else. What that's going to be, your guess is as good as mine. So, first let's throw some blocks in here, just to keep that airtight inside the nook. What do I want to do? I don't want to go too far in because that'll cut into my base space. That's why I'm a big fan of having trusses. Let's see. So, well, I know that this is going to be a half block, so let's just throw that in there. Definitely fighting analysis paralysis right now. And that can go right there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go straight out, more or less. So let's get a wall block. Kind of do that, see how that works. Is that too abrupt? Not really. Another thing that I usually try to incorporate, or have been in my last few builds, is what I am calling layering. I'm sure there's an actual design term for it. Maybe it is layering. It makes sense to me. But yeah, where you have multiple levels of any one surface. That was a major design consideration for this guy, with all these sort of tube things going on. Like right here we've got this outer tube thing, and then we've got another layer right here that kind of incorporates another layer, and then inside that we have another layer, and it just adds depth and sort of greeblifies what would otherwise just be a plane, you know. Just add some visual interest to a space. And I think I want to keep that. That was the idea of having this inset. You see it in a lot of classic sci-fi, actually. A great example of layering is Borg structures, Borg cubes and such, where they have all those tubes and stuff. It seems like it goes real deep. Really, those are just pieces of model kits glued on one layer thick. So they got the job done on that one. Let's see here. I think I want to bring this out some more. How much more, I'm not certain. it over here? Seems like this should be connected. Doesn't that seem like it should be connected? What happens if I get rid of that and add that? What's going on with that shadow? Huh. Now the problem with that is I lose field of view now for, oh, not a whole lot of field. That's fine. That is fine. Yeah, I just wanted to continue this arc going down because in my sort of headcanon, this is the structural element that ties in the drill arm. So it didn't make much sense to have a gap there. Oh, but that means I can get rid of that window. Yay! There we go. Oh, and while I'm thinking about it right now, let's address this. So right here I needed to flip this window around to try and get the pilot chair up in this block space. But that gives you this ugly stagger here, and I think I can fix that. Let's see here. Armored windows right there. And we need the 2x1 slope like that, and we need it to stick out like that. I think this will work. Maybe 1x1 on the outside. We got a little bit of a step there, but we do what we can. There will always be little incongruities and such with this game, and that's what I enjoy about it. You know, yeah, there's some block shapes that I would like them to add, but I don't want everything, you know, just handed to me. A big part of the fun of this game, for me at least, is sort of the puzzle aspect of like, okay, this is what I want to do. These are the blocks that I have. How do I make that happen? And if you had, like, if you had a blending tool or something that lets you just blend any block together, I think that would take away a lot of that. Do I want to do a step in the middle? No, I'm not even gonna try, because I like the weight of that. That feels right. Because we have this big chunk of mechanical bits, and I think they would need a big chunk of structure above them. There we go. I'm digging it, I'm digging it. Okay, right here. So, let us continue on this little escapade. How long have I been going? I've been recording an hour and a quarter. I don't. That's another thing on these. If I'm going to be doing these videos, I don't know how long to do them for. Because usually when I sit down to build, I might be at this for like hours and hours. And I know like Spange, he has really long build videos, but he has like a Discord going on, and he is more interesting to listen to and watch than I am. So I don't know how long to keep this going, or if like I should just do a full session and then chop it into multiple videos or something. I'm not certain. We'll figure it out when we get there, I guess. Ooh, I kind of want to have this, like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Which I realize tells y'all watching absolutely nothing, but I'm excited. That counts for something, right? There we go. Yeah, a little thingy like that. Ooh, should I also kick in like that? Maybe. Maybe. I do think right here... Should I do another round? I don't know. I've got a lot of round going on this, which I think works because it's got a lot of things that look like they should rotate and pivot and such, but I don't want to overdo it. You know what I mean? Let's see here. Let's do that. Let's just see what it looks like. How about that? Test run. Oh, that doesn't work. That don't work at all. But a smaller one would work. But if I did a smaller one right there, no, it wouldn't work because then it'd be up in empty space. What to do? What to do? Well, let's, in the meantime, let's just kind of tentatively do this, just so I can look at it and think. And let's throw some wall bits in there. Oh, no. It's this guy. There we go. Oh, that's what I should do there, maybe. And obviously, this is all plastic, so it wouldn't be great in a battle. Do I like that? I think I liked it better with that little ledge kind of showing there. Because it broke up this line. And that's a puzzle that I often find myself trying to solve, is breaking up lines like that. You know, I could even do something silly here. What if... Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Never mind. I was thinking about doing one of these guys right there. And then wedging down, but that would make strange things happen, so I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I think I like that little ledge because it makes this corner not meet up with that corner. In case you were wondering. You probably weren't, but now you know. And knowing's half the fight. G.I. Joe. Or Battle? I don't know. I didn't watch G.I. Joe. I was more like a David the Gnome kind of kid. Which I don't even know if those are supposed to be the same, like, age group. The 80s were a weird time, okay? Let's see here. What am I going to do on the top? I do not know. I ask this of you, strange people who are watching this nonsense. What shall I do? You know what I could do if I want a round element, but I don't... Where is that thing? It's on the second page. There it is. I can do one of these. And then I can hide the base of it Oh, I don't know what I could use here. Ooh, I know. Maybe one of these guys. Would that work? That's not what I was thinking of. So I need something that only goes up half height, but also wedges out. Oh, I could do... Could I do this? No. Well, I mean, I can do anything I want. I could put that there. I could do that. I'm not gonna, but I could. I just wanted to, you know, assert my dominance. And also, I apologize for my ongoing soundtrack. It happens. Let's see. What about these guys? I rarely use these pyramid-y type shapes. I don't like the edges that they create. Excuse me. I don't like the edges and like the square stuff. Might work here though. Yeah, it kind of works. But see, this isn't solving the issue I'm trying to solve. I'm trying to hide that this is not completely round. I guess I could do that just with, let's see here, something like this. And go all the way across like that and just have like a little ledge there. Let's look over here. See, but I don't know that I like that. Let's try it. Let's try it. Just for funsies. Maybe. Maybe. We'll leave it for now. Also, it's kind of hard sometimes to sort it out without any texture. Like, it looks real samey right now, but if you hit it with different, even just different colors, you know, you get some differentiation there that helps define different lines and such. Yeah, I think I like it. I think I like it. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do on that side. And, yeah. You know, I'm going to grab a beverage real quick. I should probably, like, edit this. I don't want to edit these videos because, honestly, that's work. And did I already say that? Yeah, I don't want to do editing. So I'll be back in like 5 seconds. Entertain yourselves. Okay. That was more than 5 seconds, but I trust that you were able to get through it with only your thoughts. What did you think about while I was gone? Put it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. No. No. Let's see here. Ooh, let's get rid of this texture gun because I'm getting an urge to go on a texture binge. Sometimes I do want to texture, and it, yeah, it's a thing. Let's see. I need to fill in this space. I'm not sure how I want to do that. Also, something I haven't figured out yet, I would like to have a largish landing pad on the roof. But I don't want to lose all, you know, all the little fiddly bits. And if it sounds like I'm using the term fiddly bits a lot, it's because I just really like that term. My life is awash in fiddly bits. I actually didn't realize that apparently it's from a book or a movie or something, the term fiddly bits. Or it was popularized thereby. Can't remember what the title was. Someone on Reddit, I called something the fiddly bit, and they asked if I was a fan of that series or whatever. I didn't know what they were talking about, and they clued me in on what they were talking about, and I was amused. And then we were friends forever. The end. I think I want to do something silly here. Let's see. Is that going to be the shape I need? Nope. Nope! But maybe like that. Huh? What if I do that? I got nothing. That's... ooh. Huh. I'm having thoughts. Think some thoughts, guys. And girls. And anyone non-conforming. Let's see here. What if we do... This is... I'm just playing here. This is not gonna... Ooh, I could do a roundy bit. Let's see here. Look at that! Isn't that fantastic? We likes it. Okay, and then we do one of these. Flip, flip, like that. I don't know why I like it so much, but I do. I really do. Bah. Okay. Round. 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 I'm kind of lukewarm on it now. I do like how that kind of swoops right in there, but also that's not what that's supposed to be. Well, I mean, it's aesthetic, but in my head that's not what that's supposed to be. So, let us rethink this. What if we go with a different type of roundy bit to not make it so... Ooh, I like that better, I think. I think I like it better. And then we can use one of these guys, followed by one of these guys, and do I want to wedge it or do I want to round it? Let's try rounding first. These round bits are kind of weird sometimes. They don't really make sense. Oh, you know what? They make sense in this configure. This is I think this is the first time I've seen these all, like the curves line up. I've never put them in this sort of structure before. It looks like Dino's head from the Flintstones. Or not Dino, what I'm visualizing is that the big dinosaur that they use as the, I don't know what it would be, like a front-end loader or something in the opening scene of Flintstones. Actually, I guess they really kind of give all the dinosaurs the same head, don't they? Except the pterodactyls, they're pointy. Proof of evolution, damn it. Let's see here. Man, I need to remember that that little flat round bit and this round bit really jive well. I suppose anything... I bet the other one would work well too. Anyway, okay. So, yes, I am pleased with that. Okay, let's move on then. What if we do something like this? That's getting pretty low though. Oh yeah, that's way too low. So we're not going to do that. I might keep that though. I like that. Pretty sure I'm going to keep that actually. Problem is that I don't want to block this hole. Well, I could. I really could. If I want to, I could just do that. Look at that. Look at that. What did you do? Yeah, that works. That I don't want to do. But I could start going back up right there. That works. What's going on this side? This side has a big hollow area right there. I'm not going to do that over here. See, the thing I don't want to change is the structure of this round thing, because, again, in my head that has function. It's some sort of like hingey bit. Oh, you know what? If I do that, though, then I'm going to have to close this off in some way. Let's do that for now. That will do. Pig. As much as I like this roundy bit, it might not stick around. But I do want to at least look at it for a while. Go over there. And let's get these guys all lined up. And these guys all lined up. And now we've got this. Right there. Do I like that? I don't know. I don't know if I like it. I would like it more if I didn't have to have this half block wide chunk above the round part. But unfortunately, I don't believe that there are any round pieces that are in their entire, or, you know, negatively round, concave, pieces that are only a half block high. Generally, when I'm trying to convey that, you got to use angles, which, I mean, it works. Pardon me. I'm boring myself. I can't imagine what you're going through. Oh man, looking at my little mic meter, this is probably going to be really quiet. I'm going to have to boost it, so I'm going to have to edit. Son of... Okay. I mean, I do like this, but I don't know. I just don't know. Well, here's a thought. What if I continue this? This could be interesting. If I put that there, And then we'll take this down. Do I want to use a curvy? Man, am I getting into a curvy kick? Dang it. I've been all angly for all this build, mostly. Now if I get curvy... so there's not really a good way to terminate this shape. You know, there's no... nothing that will turn down. Turn down for what? But... also, I don't really want to busy this up too much either. Let's just try putting a block here and get an idea of what I'm thinking. What am I even thinking? What's wrong with me? Oh, so many things. And then actually, if I do this and one of those guys, this could work. This may yet work. Then here, if I do one of these double rebated things, and then one of these, and a quarter round, right there. How does it look? It looks weird. But the whole thing looks weird, so... successful failure, I guess? I don't know. I don't know. But I do... oh, I don't like that, actually. I lied. Let's get rid of that. Bam. Okay. And let us put another... ooh, I got an idea. Got an idea. Think it'll work. Okay. Let's see here. What was I doing? Oh, I need one of these. Okay. Right there. That lets me keep that sort of... this thing going on. At least one more block. And then here, I think I can get away with this. So, it's gonna need to be fairly chunky to be able to cover that up, but then that would be sticking up right there. I need like a half-tall roundy bit, which I don't think there are any. Bollocks. Okay. It's not fair. Well, I could, I mean, in theory, I could just flip it flat. And that doesn't really make sense to me. But that does clear that angle too. Let's plop it down and see what's going on here. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we leave it like this for now? Or I could... oh, here's a thought. Okay. Does that mess anything up? Also, you get to a certain point in these builds and you have to start worrying about screwing up an interior aspect when you get rid of exterior blocks. Okay. Right there. Flip ya. Flip ya. There. And then... I don't know. Then what? I can't continue that. Oh, actually I might be. I guess I could continue that all the way across. I don't really want to, but I could. One thing that would be pretty cool would be sure, why not? Something like that. And then I could, this guy do one of these. Oh, that looks kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, this has got the juices flowing. What if we continue this motif right there, and then so that would make this arm different, which I'm fine with. It's okay. And that's gonna push this out further. Let's see here. This guy. I realized that using these little like family things is supposed to be easier, but this is faster for me. Okay. This could be neat, but I don't know if it's worth the trouble. The story of my life. Alright. Oh, that's funky. Oh, that is a neat shape. I want to slap one of those down so I don't forget about it. That is... I've never done that before. That sort of oval. I am going to find a use for you. Somewhere. Look at that. That is funky. I like it. I like it. Huh. Interesting. Okay. That aside, let's get rid of this because it's not doing it for me. So we'll put that back. And right here, we're going to need to do something. We need to do something. I think I was on the right track before with this little rebated jobber. And the quarter round right there. That ties that into this. And it gives a little through thingy. But the problem is I don't really want to have something here. Because I've already got a lot going on up here. But let us give it a whirl. I mean, really, I guess I could just have that go up right there. And the reason that I have this the way that I do is I think there's stuff underneath. Yeah, there's stuff under there, and actually I think that's the main reason. So let us try this, there, and right there. A slight little bump up, but I think that works. I think it, I don't know. I don't know. Should I just get rid of this? I feel like maybe I should just get rid of that and fill it in. I just don't like that corner. And I don't like that touching. I don't like my food touching, okay? What to do? What to do? How long have we been going? I've been going... Gosh, an hour 45. I'm going to cut the video here and continue to scratch my head on this. And I guess I'll post this up maybe tonight. The video. Not this blueprint, and probably not that blueprint. Maybe that one. We'll see. Depends on how distracted I get with this silliness, or those stupid LCDs, or also life in general is full of stuff that you're apparently supposed to do. Not a fan. Anyway, this has been a blast. We should do it again sometime. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. If you all want to see more of this, let me know, and I'll consider it. It's really not that big of a deal to just hit record before I start building. Another thing I was thinking about doing is doing like actual gameplay videos on our server. Those, I mean, there's no way those would be PG, but something that I've thought about. I'd have to discuss it with my friends, see if they are interested. But if that's something you'd like to see, could also happen. Don't stress about liking or subscribing. This ain't my job. I don't need it. Save your subscribes for the actual YouTubers that rely on this to pay their bills. And until next time, if there is next time, take it easy.